Oh yay, here it is. Took long enough. I had oops. I accidentally kicked the switch on the on the power block and killed the whole everything. Back. Where were we? um, organized cybercrime is like costing certainly billions, and most of the victims are people on fixed incomes. um, they were getting shaken down for hundreds at a time. Just some bullshit. It's advanced fee fraud. You know, I got $40 million. I want to give you 10% of it if you bring it to your bank account, and then they want money to get the thing released from somewhere. And lotteries, all kinds of stuff. They're giving them money, or they'll have they'll send you a advertisement of something real popular consumer item at a ridiculously low price, and then when they go in to buy it it's on a fake site, and it fishes your credit card number, and it goes cleaned out your credit card account, maxes it out. And then they got people like Michael Osborne, also known as Nomad, who load it up into trucks and drive it across country to spread the dollar. That's just allegedly. Allegedly. I don't want to make any definitive statements. Oh yes, Tom Medeiros on this channel. Subscribe now. So I talked about him earlier, or talked to him. Nobody found their way back yet. That's okay. I'm gonna liven up the other channel. And I'm gonna tighten up permissions on it. I think as best I can. That's where it's gonna be. That's what I was saying before. This is my space. This is my channel, and everybody's gonna behave on my channel the way I want people to behave, or they're gonna be gone. I won't put up with aggression. Aggression is a mental illness, and I don't want mentally ill people around me. I just don't want mentally ill people around me. I meet beautiful people out in the world dealing my stone and playing music. I mean, just really wonderful people. I had a really great couple of days. Actually, the whole week was good, despite the fact that I was kicked out of the show on the basis of a lie. And it's just a bump in the road. It's got me begging for wheels still. But I came out way ahead on that show because Mario kicked me down hundreds of dollars worth of good stone for what I did for him. So fuck you. And the chicken shit anonymous internet pipe you ride in on. All of you. Say what you want. Because real sane people, when they see that, nobody who, Ari and I were talking about it earlier. There's really only two kinds of people in the world. There are the people that understand and live by the golden rule that, I'll read it for you. I'll get the Hillel out because this was let me go. I'm sorry. I like to discuss religion and politics and speculative science fiction. As far as like what's coming to us and when it's going to get here. Don't tell me I'm insane, you stupid fools. I'm just crazy. There's a big difference. Let's agree to that. I don't like echo chambers, and I don't like giving speeches. I like to interact with people. I like to. The whole world's a stage, and we're just players on it. So for me, life is improvisational comedy all day long. It ain't fun. I don't want to do it. So I'm gonna have a little sickening fun for a minute. I really need to look in on the assholes and see if there's anything of any significance to grab, which there usually isn't. What the fuck is going? What the fuck is going on here? What is this? Is there somebody here that I can't see? Oh, there. Yeah, I need to show the ignored content. What the hell else is here? No. What's going on here for sure? Someone hacking the board? Yeah, this is why I gotta check in on these guys. They're coordinating shit all over the web on me. No, they didn't. Oh shit. Frozen mouse. Battery's dead. Wonderful. Where's the spares? Crap. Come on. Come on. These be the right size? Yes, they are. There we go. So you need the battery change in the mouse. Yeah, it wasn't broken. I've been doing that show for 35 years, man. There's people I've known for ages, and I do a good job with what I do. I have really nice shit. No, it's the nicest industry. It's the coolest merchandise and the nicest people buying and selling it. There was nothing broken. I stepped on the power block and it disconnected. These fuckheads. This is typical shit of theirs. They get, there's a thread um there's a thread in the new forum. I made some ramen and took some pictures, and we're talking about the different things we like to do to ramen. And um, Sophia said, I enjoy adding fried eggs to mine. Bell pepper is also good. I said, um, I I sometimes like to do an egg drop. Now I have fucking these guys make up shit. And then people like Deep Price get a hold of it and believe it to be true. So I need to rub her nose in this a little bit. I need to upload this thing to Imgur and go copy it to assholes. And see, I'm not gonna waste a lot of time this year on. Oh shit. Oh, that's okay. Uh, I have a second Imgur account called Things Zionists Say. I had some stuff that I got from that thread at Twitter um, that I was loading there. Okay, what did I do with that? Is going to be, what did I call it? Ramen. This is fucking ridiculous. This is just totally fucking ridiculous. And it's all designed to like just eat my time. Oh shit. Oh shit, there's home Herbsburg. That's yeah. Oh, Yeah, here's just this clown is just always up my ass. He's been like a rabid chihuahua for 10 years almost. He's the only person um that is associated with all three organizations that have been targeting me, which would be Kiwi Farms, another message board, and the Rainbow Family at Facebook. Um, who aren't really the Rainbow Family. They're rainbows and rainbow heads. They're a bunch of fucking dope dealers and predators and parasites. They're running shit shows in the woods. They just had one here. Did you hear about the kitchen that is Gary listening in? Did you hear about the kitchen where there was a fight and the whole kitchen got fucking trashed completely, and the owner of it injured? I guess it might have been a kitchen that the dopers didn't like. Maybe there was some snitches in there or something. What the fuck? I asked Garrett, and he really couldn't make eye. He couldn't look me in the eye. Um, he was having trouble looking me in the eye. I asked him, aren't you ready to admit that this vision's fucking dead? It's been totally corrupted. He didn't want to let me lay it on Principal. He says Principal's living hand to mouth out of his van these days. I really don't know who to lay it on. I just see the effect of it. I haven't, I don't want to name any names, but I knew people that were like right up front on top of the big, the family distribution from the chemists and the growers. I was, when I was in the West Coast and traveling around, I was exposed to it. They were running the hash through the mansion. Um, and then Undercover Real Things tour. um, so it's always been corrupted. The whole thing about Hopi rainbow prophecy. You know, Garrick and some other people did go to the Hopis and they did try to manifest it, but boy, that's nothing. And that they never took it seriously enough um, at the council level. And there was always this influence from Plunker's side and the vets with this First Amendment statement and the drugs and drug, sex, and rock and roll side of it, with the veterans and the Grateful Dead scene and all that plugging into it. And then since Jerry died, they took over the gathering scene. And then there's these drainbows that, they blow into a town and just shit happens. They had this gathering and they wrecked the whole kitchen and injured the owner of it. So this guy's trying to tell me he regrets about me is knowing about that sordid, useless, wasted, and shameful life, and knowing you stained my beloved state at present. He wants to rub me out and say, surely you can see you really need help unless you want to live out your days you have left being lonely, depressed, broken, knowing no one will claim your body when it wears out. I come from a family. We're tribal people, and I assure you that my body will be properly dealt with when it runs out. If nothing else, I have a life insurance. I have $50,000 life insurance policy I'm paying on. So my body's taken care of. Ari's my beneficiary, and she'll deal with what happens to me when I fall over, if my parents can't, or my brother and sister. I have a brother and sister and nieces and nephews. I'm going to be dealt with. My immediate family and I are patching our relationship and have been for at least 6 or 8 months. So excuse me. You're dealing with a tribal person, and there are people all over the world that love me. So fuck you, you haters. You're just fucking haters. I'm not even going to deal with this guy. I'm dismissing him once. This is it. Wow, so much projected denial. Get some help, Gary. You're really one sick puppy. Spurging at me all here all day. There is nothing sordid, useless, wasted, or shameful about my life. I'm really pretty widely respected and have a fair number of very dear friends. Despite your best efforts to destroy my life, I still managed to significantly increase my inventory and leave with enough money to easily make it through the rest of the month. And that's where it's at. This is here. I'm back to the here and now. That's what's up. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to organize myself, because I'm going to want to be here in my studio. I think what I'm going to do is set that table up, probably pull it closer. I need to get the camera closer to the stones. So I'll probably pull all this closer in, and I'm not gonna lay things out a lot. It's all gonna be compact. It's not gonna all be like on display for a show. It's gonna be more like on display for a store, warehouse kind of thing. And I'm gonna be doing a little more ritual in public, I think. I smudge and I light candles, and I really need to start like davening the daily prayers more. I haven't done it like properly ever in my whole life, regularly, but I hold to the core principles. And let's go to the core principle. I promised that tonight. That's from Rabbi Hillel. And really, the whole of the law is just not to do something to anybody else that you wouldn't want done to yourself. And then, if you're not for yourself, who are you for? And you know, who are you? And if you're only for yourself, what are you? And if not now, when? I guess I really don't need to go get the quote. No, no, I was like having trouble getting myself comfortable in the new chair, and I decided, fuck it, you know, this is back over there. And uh, he, I brought the other chair back, and no, I stepped on the power block and killed the switch, just snapped the switch. Um, so anyway, let's see what if there's anything else I need to look at. I've already caught a um, you're gonna see the troll saying COPD, but that's not what's going on. Um, it's chronic. It's allergies, dust, pollen, smoke. And Tucson is a seriously dusty town, so I'm always having mucus flow problems between here and here. Is what it is. Totally different kind of cough. Having trouble, like right here, it gets clogged up right here. My lungs are strong from playing horn. Yeah, they're just talking stupid shit. Um, um, this is for backup when it gets really funky. We're getting close to hard booger season. Any minute now, the cactus pollen is going to hit, especially since we had some rain. That one's like a steroid, and this is just straight up menthol and eucalyptus and camphor. Camphor, menthol. Oh boy. Yeah, camphor, menthol, and eucalyptus. So who knows about you know, if I have a whole mess of IP lists, IP addresses that are all like pointing to government servers, what that are being used in a private forum. What's going to be behind that when law enforcement looks at what's going on there? What do you do? Yeah, Jerry's blocked on. And we have no controls as usual. And we have another idiot, new idiot. We have a new idiot here. What's this one gonna say? As Finch is getting, last thing I said to Garrett when I said goodbye today was, I want Finch, while I was hugging him. It was like, I want Finch's legal contact information. I'll talk to you next week. He says, well, how about the week after that? I said, okay. You people think I'm some kind of derelict hobo, and I'm not. I'm a first generation rainbow hippie. The people that hate me are rainbows. Family knows me and loves me and respects me for what I am and what I do. I've got a lot of people. I make a lot of people smile. I help a lot of people with things that when they're in need, things they want to know, things they want to have. You know, and you're sitting there, trying to ridicule me fuck you people, you're idiots. I don't even know why I waste my own breath talking about it to you. And I got people here that are giving me like nice, positive, encouraging input and asking good questions. And hey, why should I even acknowledge your existence at this point? It's really always been that way. I came online in 1999 into AOL chat forums, and you really couldn't do much besides throw plain text out in there, into their discussion forums. There wasn't much image handling capability on the internet then. It was difficult to move images around, and the connections were slow. And I came out into the internet. My very first post was why we should bomb the hell out of Kosovo. Talking about how it would be good for business in America. That got a lot of people upset. and it's just shit like that and I still do it today, because I'm getting accused of being anti-Semitic when I'm Jewish, and I was educated by, a famous anti-Zionist rabbi by the name of Louis Binstock, who was one of the founders of an organization called the American Council on Judaism. Alan Brownfeld is the current director, and he writes essays pretty much once a month, really strong shit about why Israel does not represent the interests of the Jewish people in America. Every month, and these are the ideas I'm expressing. I've been. It took me a few years to really start standing strong against Israel. I was always pretty like what's the word for it, laissez-faire when it came to I was like, man, I'm not gonna stick my nose into that. I don't know if that's the right word. And then in 2009, I saw them dropping white phosphorus on children. And I realized, Dr. Binstock told us that Zionism is not Judaism, it is a political ideology. It's National Socialism for gullible Jews. Nationalism is just total, the principles of nationalism, the white, supremacist shit, and, defending borders, and God didn't draw any lines on the ground. Governments are supposed to be unified in terms of conformance to universal standards. and just really be focusing on the locality, the people that are directly impacted by the, need their services right there in that locality, and not really be like looking. I mean, that's the way the United States is really supposed to be set up, is that the the most important government is the local one. The government's building up on top of that local one, smaller and smaller and smaller influence, and it's just a matter of providing the regulations and the infrastructure support and the transportations and shit like that. The actual governance of the people is supposed to be done from City Hall, where the people themselves can directly participate in it. We're not supposed to be getting like dictated from DC with some fucking lunatic declaring a national emergency that doesn't exist. That's going to just instantly have a huge negative impact on every single border nation, every single indigenous nation along that border. I live here in Tohono country, and I know Tohonos personally. I'm real good friends with some of them that are in the trade, because I've known them for years. And I just asked one of them to get an introduction to me to Berlin Jose, the vice chairman. And it's like, there is only the San Miguel crossing, like right in the middle of the land. It's 75 miles of border. They got the San Miguel crossing is the only place where they can really get a vehicle across easily. And if they close that fucking thing off, the people who commute daily have to travel an extra 200 miles to get to a legal crossing. And I was talking with one of my friends, Angel, today. You'll be seeing some of his work soon. I'm going to be picking up a band from him for smudging. He's telling me that they've already made it, they've already fucked off there's people that commute daily or weekly across that border, and they made it impossible for them to do it easily anymore in a lot of places, he's telling me. And that's just the people. Then the animals and the plants have problems with a barrier wall there. So excuse me, end of rant. Next, what's my next rant? Probably I think it's probably I should go to bed time real soon. Especially if nobody's got anything to say. Oh no shit, man. It's just nuts. And I still don't know whether he represents a changing of the guard or a hostile takeover bid for the Rockefeller Rothschild gang, or the Rothschild, Rockefeller Rothschild Morgan, that triumvirate. They're the ones really running the show. They're the ones that they built the American industrial machine. They built the military industrial complex. They built it, and the world. They're running the World Bank. There's 135 countries or something that want to get out. Totally fuck you, leave us alone from it too. And that's about where I stopped talking about that, because I really don't understand economics too well. Yeah, well, I'm getting ridiculed for my my space gods. I don't know. I don't know about that. I really don't know what happened. I couldn't vote for either of them. I voted for Jill Stein just to help have that vote for the Green Party to help them get candidates on the ballot in the future. I really didn't want to see Jill Stein in that office either. I usually vote for, I voted for Vermin Supreme a couple of times. Both times I took Vermin Supreme over Obama both times, but then this year that's when she pissed me off. She pissed off the elders. That was a totally fucking stupid thing to do. You know, prayerful and nonviolent. Graffitiing the bulldozer was over the line. No, where is it? Was he at that shit show? Now, excuse me. Um, what's your first name, son? You're not. I don't think you're the same. I doubt if you're the same Rainbow Pinch. You know what's your handle? What's your handle at Facebook and Twitter? Uh, no, graffiti isn't violent, but you know the elders were disturbed by it. It was not a good. It was not an image they wanted to see. It's not the face they wanted to project. It was not prayerful. It was destructive. It was destructive of property. You know, it cost to remove, if nothing else. If it didn't damage anything, it still cost to remove. And it was over the line. And it was childish and it just was wrong. It was not I was not appreciative of it at all. And I know a lot of people, you know, the elders spoke out about it. So I suppose since we're talking about Twitler, we should go. Well, I got to keep an eye on, as long as I'm awake, I need to keep an eye on this bullshit here. These guys are like going at it on my forum. Nobody lately good. Let's go see who's talking about Twitler. Let's see what let's see. I haven't had a chance to follow anything for the last few weeks because of the show. I've really been pretty much on the edge. You know, I get involved with the Zionists because I have the information that anti-Zionists need at hand. You know, I don't really spend a lot. I do, I guess, because they're pulling a lot of stuff out of me and having me consolidate. You know, I'm consolidating things. And, I probably need to go to Twitler's homepage. I got a Zionist. You're trying to say I made an uneducated statement, which is not a Oh yeah, they're trying to the National Museum. I better give them that. I never got around to giving them that link, did I? Did I? Yes, I did. Fuck them. Unindicated statement, my ass. Fuck you, boys. You know, you're not gonna dismiss me with an ad hominem without me calling you out on it. Let's give him the Dr. Finkelstein. From the Dr. Finkelstein shit. There's two Finkelsteins, like really thorns in the side of the Zionists. You've got Norman. Is this the guy? Oh no, that's not the guy. This is a third Finkelstein. Well, I can hardly wait to find out about who the Finkelsteins are. There's an archaeologist that's been digging. Israel Finkelstein is the archaeologist. He hasn't found jack shit. They have not found jack shit hardly anywhere. There's very, very little support for the Bible as history in the archaeological finds. Okay, well, that's not what we're looking for. Let's see if there's anything here in the Israel Finkelstein archive. There's Tigil Masal. Yeah, here's an archaeologist by the name of Amai Mazer, was one of Israel's most highly regarded archaeologists, recently retired from the Hebrew University. Here's what he's saying. The biblical narratives, he tells us, although written hundreds of years after the reigns of Saul, David, and Solomon, retain memories of reality. It's these cultural memories embedded in the biblical narratives that are sometimes captured with the help of archaeology, and the contribution of archaeology to the study of the past ever increases. They aren't finding anything. Let's see if it says they're not finding the temple stones at all. There are other places that people think were the temple. There's someone showed me some stuff about thinking that the temple was actually in Aden in Yemen. Yeah, this is a good article. Here's a good article for him. I'll give you guys the article too if you want to read it. So we really do have Adam here. We got something to talk about, young man. And you know what it is. You know what went down when you ate it and abetted it. I've seen it. There's going to be court action on it by this week. Probably not tomorrow, or probably not Tuesday, but certainly by Wednesday or Thursday. Your name's going to be on the top of the paper, along with Parisho and the show organizer. You're going to have to apologize to the judge at this point, Adam. There is a criminal conspiracy to destroy my life. That video you shared at Facebook is part of a criminal action against me that is like coming from the Department of Defense, some guy named Thomas Butler. There's another one named Thomas Madera, who's a defense contractor that's involved in it. So ask Garrett. Garrett has known me for 20 fucking years. 30, how many years now? That's 30 fucking years, man. These people are telling you things that are not true about me. You're learning about me from people who don't know me and hate me because of things I write that are too true about the Rainbow family. I know you're just a sucker. You've been in my shit for too many years, son. Yeah, well, it was by the time you did that, it was way too late. Way too fucking late. You were in that chat with him. You were in that chat on his live stream, encouraging him. I saw it. Come on, give me a break, man. You know, I may be old, but I'm not stupid. I'm not senile. And I also have goodies. So I'm in a good mood. No, fuck off, dude. No, seriously. You got me in well, thank you. Yeah. The guy's psycho. As soon as Garrett, that one word, Garrett, Garrett, I don't know him, man. I got the picture out. Garrett, go look at, psycho. That guy's a psycho. Dude's fucking psycho. People, my friends, other friends that looked at that the guy's fucking nuts. You can see it in his face. Really, my life is difficult, but not miserable. I never let it be miserable. There was no point in that. I had there was surgery performed on me that left the nerve endings in my genitals, like in all the wrong places for my psyche. And I talk about this. It is a choice I made to train myself to behave like a man as best I could, instead of like just resisting the, Ariana and I were talking about it yesterday night, is that there are several different, most really transgender, truly transgender people that are totally cross-wired between their sex and their gender. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Vince. And it's pretty wise, because he knows that, he knows that I'm not the piece of shit that these people are trying to make me out to be. And he knows that I do have like real connections in the family that will speak favorably about me, elders that were at the first gathering. And you want to help me out, man. At this point, I need transportation, and you guys seem to be able to get around real well, and I need to be able to get around. I got a show coming up in Deming that Mario wants me to be at. I'm gonna go into that courtroom, and I don't know how there was. I said several $1,000s inside in people just buying, like, buckets of rock outside. And then there was one big invoice I wrote, and then here comes Mauricio telling them that I'm a registered sex offender. Cops come, tell the people that I'm not a registered sex offender, and they still managed to convince them that I was a dangerous child predator that needed to be removed from their lot, or it would be a bad mark on them for supporting pedophilia. And they went for it. And it's going to cost them. It's going to cost them a lot. Because I'm going to go in there and say, hey, look, there's thousands of dollars of there's thousands of dollars invoices that I wrote, and he lost that many thousands of dollars over the course of the next, or more, over the course of the rest of the 10 days of the show, or whatever it was. So I hopefully I'll be able to win. I mean, I know I could walk into small claims court with what I have, and but I really want more than that. I mean, he hurt Mario, so I want the rent back for Mario. I want the $35,000 for Mario back out of him too. So I'm gonna go after him for about 50, because 50 will be enough for me to get a van. So might as well see what's going on at Keeley Farms, because there's nothing, just the usual. Have you ever, Vince, have you ever met Gary Purdue? Do you know that man? Have you ever seen him face to face? If you don't know who I'm talking about, that's Herb Gardner. Okay, well, I'm not the featured guest. I'm not the featured thread today. Got a DMC takedown request. What punk? Wait till. Oh, and they're busy tonight. There was something posted 6 minutes ago about me in the Tommy Tudor General thread. We're not dogs though. Yeah, they're making fun of me and Ariana going to dumpster diving. Yes, I'm a she, and I'm world famous dumpster diver. Okay, yeah, well, he's toxic as fuck. If you go back on the old ATR board, he was called Sam. Never had a kind word for anybody. He just recently told me, oh yeah, from 1976 to 2003 or something like that, he said, that he was there learning woodcraft as a prepper. But he's a total scumbag, and nobody I've ever met. Sandy Scapegoat knows him, and she don't particularly care for him. Oh really? No, I didn't. Wow, that's wild. Probably because of me. I'm scaring somebody. I got somebody's cages rattled. They're really increasing. They're escalating everywhere they can, as hard as they can. I mean, this has been going on 20 years. I wow. Let me see what happens. Because it used to be on News One. He had it mirrored to News One. He's got it archived at welcomehome.org. through 2002. 1989 through 2002 is at welcomehome.org. Oh, I got it. Here you go. Here you go. They've got 30,000 posts there or something. 29,000 some hundreds. I was just in it. Looked like I could open it. Whoops. We don't want to do that. I don't know. Rob doesn't, anything I send him never gets posted to the mail, so I fuck it. I don't say anything anymore. Did you know that Rainbow Hawk was gone? Someone told me Rainbow Hawk. Garrett told me Rainbow Hawk passed. I think I forget. It was just so crazy. And we never got any quality time. He was just overwhelmed this year. And I was too. Where was I? No, man, it's like, nope, it's all there. It's all there here. Try this link. Where are you? There you are. No, both of them. Both of them. We were talking about, I don't know. It was the one story that he told me was the story of the acid deal. Yeah, check that out. He told me the story of the acid deal, and I think he said that Rainbow Hawk had died in the course of telling me the story of the acid deal. And he totally fucked something. He could have been that, and something about no. I don't want to try and relate it because I didn't get it straight enough. Do you know what went down in Arizona? Were you at the are you tuned into the Arizona gathering? I saw a flash from somebody saying his kitchen, there was a fight in the guy's kitchen, and everything got trashed and he got injured. Not, the difference between the Rainbow family and the Kiwi Farms family and all the online families is the Rainbow family online. Okay, so you're I can hardly wait to, poor Gabe tried so hard. He wants to have good energy at those gatherings, and they just shit on him. They do every single time. They just shit on him. They shit on him in the group. They shit on him in the land. I asked Derek, when, it was like, there's always been a rift between the people of what I call the hippies acting like Hopis and the hippies out there for a First Amendment statement and a party in the woods. It's there's too much too much culture clash there. And so is he still breathing? I'm not sure, because like I said, Garrett and I had very little time together, and it was, out in public. I have blood family and I have spirit family, sir. Don't even try insert that. You know, here's a second generation Rainbow coming to me humbly and apologizing for his role in what went down last week. So fuck off, dude. Did you see? Did you see me with Lazy Al earlier and Wiener? Hear what he had to say. It's not COPD. I'm smoking a joint with a big wad of hash in it. I have chronic upper respiratory problem. No, I really had a good time today. You know, I get there and there's Al and Wiener getting ready to blow balloons to twist balloon animals and shit. And you know, I've been doing that show. I've been doing that show for almost 30 years. First time I did that show was 1990. And there's people I've been buying from for that long, and so and certainly for the last 5 years, they know me every year. I showed there last year, and I'm selling medicine stone. My whole trip has always been getting the best quality stone that people are seeking for energy work, or for their collections for what something just collect them, or to make jewelry, or to be cutting. That's my whole trip, and I got a really nice selection. You should see some of it. I'm gonna reorganize the studio for showing, and by tomorrow or next day, and there's a Real Things channel that's gonna have some serious permissions on it. But somehow they've got my controls fucked out. I was just on the channel earlier and I didn't have any controls there. You know, rich in money, poor in spirit. Poor in money, rich in spirit. Take your pick. I chose to live modestly and enjoy life and enjoy the creation and good people, and fuck off. So let's see what else. Let's see what they got to say. Yeah, they're razzing me about we like Panda. We enjoy dumpster diving too. You know, we're both live frugally. It's not I don't have to hear some Jane Lane twat. Tom, we don't steal from the insane who have to resort to eating garbage to live. We don't want your bank accounts to have balances in the single digits. Good. Yeah, sure. If you want me to suck a dick, it's $1,000. I'll give you a hand job for 100. You can suck mine for free. What was the name of the YouTuber you drove to suicide? There was no YouTuber I drove to suicide. There was somebody that I had a brief interaction with it almost a year before she committed suicide. End of story. Well, you know, I'm an intersex person. What you're trying to tell us is that you're a genetic abnormality. Good to know. What you're trying to tell us is that you're ignorant bigot. It's a sport. It's something that happens. You know, sex and gender are not one or the other, and physically or mentally. There's a whole spectrum of, you know, penises aren't always there's a huge variety of penises and a huge variety of vaginas, and I just happened to get fucked with, and they pushed my stuff in the wrong direction for my brain, and then forced me to express as in a gender role that was unnatural to me. But I got over it. I'm here now. I'm enjoying life, and most people are appreciative of my two-spirit being. Those of you who don't understand it, well, I'm sorry. I'll do the best I can to explain it. But I'm not a transsexual. I'm not the same as a person like that. I'm more bigender or agender, where it's like, you know, I prefer people relate to me as female because I'm much calmer and nicer as a female, and can be more patient with stupidity and meanness until I get tired of it, and then I back away and send in Tom if I have to, or just it's usually Dick or Harry. you know when I was younger and still real pretty, the bikers did not let things happen to me. I didn't even have to suck their dicks either. All I had to do was be funny and play pretty music. Oh, and here's an idiot. The cops that came in and tried to be as patient as possible with you were hilarious. Of course they were hilarious because the community, it wasn't cops being patient. Tucson cops aren't like, they were being patient. Listen to it carefully. We were jamming. We were jamming. I just really, we really connected. I really wanted a hug from that guy. And he kind of seemed like he would have if he could. So fuck you and that stupid shit. I'm not even gonna repeat the next guy's idiocy. And this is still from Saturday. Let's see what's from right now. Yeah. Ha ha. Here's yawning Sneasel. Brian Dumpster dives too, as Brianna is her name, not Brian. Like Eric's name is Eric, not Diane. Mine's Tommy, not Tom. That kind of shocks me. I thought Brian was cleaner than that. Little do you know. Ariana was a sweetheart who kind of couch surfs all over the country all year. Wherever the wind blows, she goes. Sometimes she goes overseas to do it. She likes to go to Peru. She's an artist. She paints. She plays music. She earns good money doing promotion work. And she does a lot of serious dumpster diving. She had a job last week with an outfit called Bonita Creations at the Holodome show, and she was getting her lunch out of the garbage can. We go to events, and we never buy from the food truck. We just walk through there and pick it out of the garbage can. That's not something we're forced to do. It's something that's expedient, cost effective. I'm going to spend $12 on that shit when I can get a half portion and not impact my weight so much for nothing. And then now we brought it back here and we cooked it up, and I added a whole mess of vegetables to it because there was no vegetables tonight. It was all rice and noodles and meat, which was fine by me because I just put fresh vegetables in it. We heated it up again. I put fresh garlic and ginger in there, and wham. We had a nice hot dinner for free, and we both got a box to take away. And these people want to put that down. They don't. I guess they don't understand dumpster diving. I just got that chair out of the garbage. The person across the way in the other building. This is a triplex, and the other one's a fourplex. This one's 1-on-2, and the other one's 2-on-2. And somebody moved out from across the street and left the chair behind. Nice chair, but I don't like the way it sits for at the desk. The angle's bad. This one I like this. This one's got a straight back. So what's going on in the chat? Old thread. I thought I just put that link in here. I thought I just put that link in here. Here, this will get you straight in. I need to like spend some time where I can I need to not stream quite so much. So I have yeah. there's all kinds of stores that you find brand new shit that may be slightly damaged, maybe not. A lot of times the packages will get damaged and the goods inside won't. There's some woman at Facebook that's got a group of people all over the country talking about dumpster diving for cosmetics and getting a lot of shit out all the time. No, this is good weed with hash in it. So let's see, but COPD couldn't play a saxophone or a flute the way I do, son. Just stop with the stupid shit. You're stupid people. You're mean, stupid people being hateful because you have no lives and you're trying to intrude into other people's lives and make them angry and unhappy like you. Cops were looking right at it. They didn't care. This is my home. They're right on. Yeah, people, anybody's like putting down dumpster diving or busking, saying busking is begging or anything like that. They're normal people that in order to maintain their illusion of being normal, they have to like shit on anybody who's being abnormal. The cops don't arrest me because I don't do anything that they want to arrest me for. Tucson cops have been incredibly friendly to me. They bought my stuff and left tips in my case. I'm on a first name basis with a bunch of them. But they see me and they call me out to say hello. Yeah, well, it's abnormal to like falsely accuse somebody of things like that. So fuck off. Seriously, fuck off. You know, you're the ones that have normal for calling these things what you're calling it. Well, no, what they're doing is they're documenting it. Yeah, it's good money if you know. I pulled in $100 in an hour in December, and normally, well, there's dirty kids and there's filthy kids, Vince. You know, I was a dirty kid once myself, but I was still a pretty dirty old girl. It's now because you know that's what I do for a living is handling rocks and dirt and garbage. Uh, People that shame other people for anything. You know, the hippie way. You know, when I first landed on Venice Beach, the elders. You know, you know that these people that put it down. You know, elders and youngers. You know, in the tribal life, in the tribal culture, the elders are automatically respected for their experience and understanding, and the youngers are always respected for their fresh vision and greater vigor. And it's it's not life's not a competition. It's all good, and if it ain't good for you, you're supposed to leave it alone so you don't ruin it for somebody who it is good for. And you know, there are boundaries to what is good and what is bad as far as the whole community goes, and these are universally accepted rules of living with each other, you know, known like the Ten Commandments and the Golden Rule, shit like that. You know, the things that are universal, true and enduring. Did you see my tweet? Did you see that? Did you see the tweet about? I'll go get it, read for you all. Oh shit, Twitter's fucking with me again. Oh no, good. I was adding something. Um, so like here I am. You understand where I'm coming from in my position against Israel, I hope. Um, the original vision of the uh, more you have Fruma Jews and you've got Freya Jews. You know, the Fruma, the Orthodox, the Freya, or the Reform. You don't have atheist Jews. Atheists who call themselves Jews are actually Khazarian barbarians using, you know, exploiting Judaism to cover their mass murder. and that's that. That's where I'm at on that. You know, it's all about what they want to do is not what Jews have wanted to do for thousands of years and what God ordered us not to do once we got there. There needs to be a free Palestine with equality for all. That's what needs to be free from river to sea. There is no Jewish supremacy. How can that be? We're supposed to be humble before the Lord. One of my tweets. Where's today's tweets? Huh. Maybe I find it. Oh, there it is. So here, Torah lectures posted. Let's see what. Let's see if yeah. Torah lectures posted a quote from Rambam that said, "One should lessen his worldly activities and study Torah." And my updating of that is one should stay tuned to what is true and enduring. And then with that, I post the Hillel statements. That which is hateful to you, do not do to another. That is the whole law. The rest is commentary. Now go and learn. And he asks, if I'm not for myself, who will be for me? If I'm not for others, what am I? And if not now, when? And these two thoughts have guided me all my life. All my life. It's only in the last 10 years that I've been confronted with such aggression, such persistent aggression. I always managed to avoid, and the few times it got through, I, got away without hurting people worse than I needed to get away from them. The dog only bit one person seriously in her whole life, and he fucking definitely had it coming. I need sane, sensible people say things. The fuck is with YouTube? Such gross negligence. I'm coming after all of them for negligence. I'm coming totally after them for negligence. They allow such awful things that these people do to other people. I think I've had enough for one night. I don't need to be up now. Thanks for stopping by, Fitz. It'd be a good idea if you'd call me sometime real soon, because the apology wasn't good enough to get your name off the suit. Okay, I want your ass in the courtroom, because I'm going for a RICO investigation on the distributors. Happy day. Thanks for coming. Bye.